Julie Russell makes her way into the cage, fighting out of Glory MMA.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 3 is presented by Sterling Bowl, your full-service bowling center with food and drink off 24 Highway. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing all white, please welcome Katelyn Radtka. And her opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the black top, please welcome Julie Russell. Here's Mike England with instructions.
Okay, ladies, give your instructions in the dressing room. You have any questions? Any questions? Touch them up right here. God bless you. Come out fight.
You have to figure Katelyn Radtka training at St. Joseph BJJ that her grappling will be top-notch, as I'm sure the rest of her game is.
Definitely a strong suit for a lot of the fighters up there. Julie Russell, well-rounded, but a good grappler herself, Turner.
Absolutely. Good body kick by Radtka there. Very technical striking early on from the ladies.
There you go.
As Radtka works on.
Got caught up in the moment there.
That can happen from time to time. As Radtka pushes Russell up on the fence. Possibly looking for a takedown here.
Julie looking to get that underhook. Possible standing guillotine attempt, she abandons that.
Got some blood dripping from the face of Radtka.
I think some of those punches of Russell definitely connected.
Julie's working this arm-in guillotine attempt here. She lets go of it right as I say it.
Her corner continuing to ask her to dig for those underhooks and lift Radtka up. Sometimes easier said than done. Radtka just relentless with this single leg.
And she finally gets the takedown right into side control. Let's see the jiu-jitsu of Russell from her back and Radtka from the top.
And Russell at this point is going to need to abandon this attempt now that Radtka has side control. Sometimes it can feel good to hold your opponent's head. You feel like you've got a little bit of control, but at this point there is no danger of a submission if your
nearly
opponent
impossible
is the
to
top
finish
side. Nearly
from there.
impossible. I shouldn't say it's impossible. I'm sure someone will correct me.
As soon as we just said that,
yes.
it will happen right here, but nearly impossible. Very tough to finish.
There is, of course, the chance that she could Von Flew her.
Very, very possible.
Radtka could Von Flew Russell, I mean. I'd like to see Russell let go of that head and start looking to regain some guard, half guard, hopefully full guard.
Yeah, she would be much more successful in either standing back up or replacing guard if she lets go of the head. But like you mentioned, you feel like you have a little bit more control over punches and things like that from the bottom.
And it does, to some degree, limit Radtka's ability to throw good ground pound, but you see here, it does allow her to go right into full mount, although she still has the head. She finally let go of it, yeah. Tough way to finish the round, but a good showing from both these ladies. Russell definitely delivered on the feet. Radtka, as you suggested, excellent grappling.
Yeah, it was very technical once they hit the ground. Very competitive on the feet. I mean, Radtka worked hard for that takedown. Russell did a good job defending. But once she was able to secure it, it was all Radtka on the ground. Hannah Mott. Shout out Hannah Mott.
Out of all the fighters on Dana White's Contender Series, who gave you the most alpha eye contact during the post-fight interview? That is a great question.
Rocco, great question.
Oh, man.
The most alpha eye contact.
Alpha eye.
I'm going to start working that phrase into my everyday life.
Write that down, because that's a great phrase, first of all. Man, I'm going to have to say I'm gonna have to say Julian Marquez. Only that's coming to my mind. A lot of guys, you're right, didn't want to make a lot of eye contact. Not very media savvy that early in their career. So sometimes makes for an awkward interview, but great show if you haven't checked it out. As we get set to round 2.
Oh, good right hand.
It does seem like the path to success for Russell is going to be in that pressure, but she's got to figure out how to deliver that pressure and not get caught in these clinch wars.
Absolutely.
Or fight a different battle once you're in the clinch.
I was talking to Joe Wooster, matchmaker, or actually Scott Cutbirth, matchmaker before this. This fight is actually the only amateur fight on the card where knees are allowed because they both have, I guess, enough fights, according to Scott Cutbirth. I didn't know that was a thing.
I did not know that was a thing either.
If you see a knee thrown in this fight, 100% legal.
When I was an amateur fighting in Missouri, that was not allowed, but you could in Kansas.
That's true, yeah. Radtka's just doing a great
delivering
job
some
here.
ground and pound. Really has Russell up against the fence in a very difficult position. Very smart to be using the cage as part of her weapon here, not allowing Russell to get any space. Although Russell, I should say, very flexible. I love watching the ladies fight for
Absolutely.
a number of reasons, but one of them is they do stuff that you will never see guys do.
Like this position right here?
Like exactly like this.
Great job by Russell.
Wow!
Not only worked to the back, but sunk in a pretty tight choke here.
And this
That's tight.
is what I like to call a side naked choke.
Yeah.
And it is a thing.
That age-old side naked choke. Radtka looks very composed here. You can tell she's grappled a ton.
It can be difficult to finish from this angle, but if you have it, you have it. And obviously she did not, knew it, abandoned it, but she's got this nice top position now.
Radtka does a great job of replacing immediately. Let's see Russell work from the top here, though.
Hey, put your forearm on your face and push away. Let's touch you. Hey, let's touch the body. There we go.
See Radtka reaching up for what looked like a guillotine attempt. This is almost always a setup for something else. The level of grappling that Radtka has.
Russell looking to deliver some punishment from the top position. Radtka looking to employ a little bit more of a submission game, trying to control the posture of Russell.
The corner of Julie Russell telling her to pick up the volume of her punches here. She's trapped the arm of Radtka here. And she's just hammering away with 10 seconds left in the round. Complete 180 on the ground here from Julie Russell. Struggled a little bit in the first round, but all Julie Russell in the second round.
In her day job, Julie Russell is a waitress at a local restaurant called Ginger Sue's in Lee Summit.
Wonderful local restaurant. Shout out to Ginger Sue's.
Shout out to absolutely best bacon perhaps ever.
Yes.
And she is one of the sweetest, nicest, happiest, smiliest people you will ever meet. And you would never know it from what we just witnessed.
Yes. Also very violent when she walks in these,
incredibly violent,
these eight cage walls here. Who gave you the, I can't get over that question. Who gave you the most alpha eye contact during
I feel like I need to pull up a list of who I interviewed because it's hard for me to remember everybody. There's got to be someone that really just threw out the dominance.
Yeah, where you at, they made you look
where
away
I wanted
because
to just like roll over on my belly and let it tickle me.
Yeah.
Or on my back.
Live chat from Sim Barona 79. Katelyn is a social worker. That's awesome.
Oh, that is awesome. That
couple of good people in here fighting.
That is a job that I respect so much and could personally never do.
Takes a special someone, that's for sure. As we kick off round 3 here. 1-1, has to be 1-1. And they both have to know that.
A lot of pressure coming into this third round for both of these ladies.
Good left
Radtka
hand.
lands a very nice from Radtka. Seems like she's found her rhythm a little bit more in the striking game. Has Radtka.
The corner of Russell screaming for her to pick up the pace.
A little bit of an ill-advised shot attempt from Radtka, but it's hard when you're tired.
Oh, good left hand again from Radtka. Oh, good uppercut from Russell. You have to think that in Radtka's mind, if she can get back on top and do some damage from the top, she can not steal this fight, but win this fight.
Absolutely. I think the fight could be had by both of these ladies at this point. And it's going to really come down to these last couple minutes. This last minute and a half.
It looked like that left from Russell kind of slowed Radtka down for a second. I don't know if that was fatigue or if that was she got camera flash there.
Possibly a combination of the both. And Russell has really stuffed this shot. Radtka in kind of an awkward position. She needs to peek out or come out the back door if possible. Find a way to lift the leg and dump Russell.
And with these 3-minute rounds, a position like this in a close fight is so
it's
important.
Everything.
Because Russell could theoretically stay here for the next minute and a half and win this fight, and she's in no danger and can be offensive with Radtka, not able to mount any offense from
and
this
when you're
position.
Radtka, it's so hard to know what to do at this point. When you're this tired, to have the energy to peek out, to have the energy to drive the corner and hopefully reverse the position, it seems like she might not have the energy to do that.
Yeah. And she's being offensive. I mean, Russell's being offensive here.
She really is.
So it's Radtka has to do
Russell's
something.
doing the right thing.
Yeah.
If you're Russell, this is the right thing to do. She has no reason to change what she's doing right now. She's landing ground and pound. She's got Radtka in a bad position. I don't know that she's going to be able to finish the fight from there.
Right.
And if she wants to get that finish, which it looks like she does, possibly fishing for some sort of Kimura there or key lock there for a second.
Radtka is trying to scoot out and work to the back here. She's got to throw up a Hail Mary at this point. Short time here, 10 seconds left. Looks as if Julie Russell may hang on to this.
Wow.
Big right hand from
right
Russell.
hand from Russell to finish the fight.
That'll do it. Great fight by
And she
both
helps
these
her up.
ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these ladies should be proud. Fought their hearts out.
Absolutely.
Russell, I felt like, did a nice job. I mean, she certainly was the most aggressive when it came to ground and pound. Radtka looking to play a little bit more of a submission game, like I said, but I'm impressed by her ability to tangle on the feet with the southpaw because, first off, there are not that many women to spar with in general. And second of all, it's extra hard to find a southpaw female to spar with. So she definitely seemed like she had found a way to prepare herself and was ready to get in there and mix it up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what we got. Turner and Laura, what are your opinions on knees to the head of a grounded opponents and soccer kicks? I love the idea of knees to grounded opponents and soccer kick in theory until I see someone get soccer kicked.
Yeah, I'm okay with. I would love there to be knees to the head of a grounded opponent. I don't know so much about the soccer kick.
Yeah.
Every time I watch Pride, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I remember Mayhem Miller had a fight in Pride many years ago, and he was in side control and kneeing the head of a grounded opponent, and then almost doing a push-up and putting all of his weight via his knee on the head. And I remember thinking, we should probably take this part away.
Yeah.
Like, there's plenty of other ways to hurt the opponent. I don't know that knees to the head and soccer kicks are. But
there are
needed.
definitely some silly rules, in my opinion, that need to be done with the angle of the elbow needs to be forgotten.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yep. I've always heard that stems from the original group of rule drafters believing that watching someone break those
a board. Yeah.
What are those? Are those like, they're not cinder blocks? What if
I think they are
like the
cinder
concrete
blocks.
thing? Yeah. And because they were able to do it at a 12-6 angle, that was deemed to be
that's a great reason.
Yeah, deemed
That's
to be
a
more
great
deadly
reason.
than any other angle of the elbow.
Oh my goodness. It's just silliness, people.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like you should be able to hit people in the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV.
Yeah.
But I would think that that back of the head, temple, front of the head, all equally detrimental to one's health. I'm not sure why we isolate the back of the head, because there's no real way to police it.
There isn't, and that
catching it and taking a point away every
exactly.
million fights. But
all right, let's hit in for our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Fernando Marquez, Jerry Griffin, and Ross Swanberg are all in agreement. They score the bout.
Oh, we have
controversy.
Yes, something is being recalculated over here.
Didn't add the numbers up correctly.
We just wanted to add to the drama.
Yeah. The classic drum roll. As the Kansas City Fighting Alliance crowd a little bit confused.
Yeah, literally right as he was about to announce it, one of the promoters waved him off and called him over, Stephen St. John that is, called him over to the judges table again, and it looks like they're taking a second look and maybe retallying some of these scorecards.
Imagine being Radtka or Russell in here. Just fought. You want to know who won, and now you got to wait an extra minute and a half.
Is Adelaide Bird in the house?
Probably, yeah. We brought her. We flew her in.
Someone can't math.
Judge
You're right,
Fernando
Casey Tarantulas.
Marquez scores the bout. 29-28 for Russell. Judge Ross Swanberg scores the bout. 29-28 for Radtka.
We'll split decision.
Judge Jerry Griffin scores about 29-28 for your winner by split decision out of the red corner.
They got that right.
Yeah, I agree.
Great win turned in by Julie Russell. Great fight from Katelyn Radtka.